ready for more. If you fired up, I'm fired up. Don't run from rap. 1, 2, 3. Hey. I'm ready for more. Tell them I'm ready for more. Game time. I'm ready for war. Tell them I'm ready for war. I just got 20, I'm running on empty. This mobile that came from my money is silly. I feel like envy, not trying to be friendly. It is what it is, if you want me, come get me. Whenever you ready, no, I keep it steady. Yeah, I get the W, throw the confetti. Please do not tempt me, don't hold it against me. We about that action, don't ever forget it. Squad of gorillas, the army, the navy. When I call a play, I'ma score like I'm Brady. The title is mine, if you want it, come take it. Hey, hey. I'm ready for more. Tell them I'm ready.
Get ready for an NFC North showdown. Detroit and Chicago meet for the 100.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Jakeem Grant now to return. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go to work here for the first time, leading them out the 11th overall pick of the 2021 draft, Justin Fields out of Ohio State.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost. Yeah. How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Fields. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. They'll leave it for Montgomery, complete. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure they didn't give up much run after catch.
So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
And it's funny how we always talk about how analytics are starting to creep into the game. One analytic that's been there for a long time, teams that start 0-3 usually don't make the playoffs. So we know one quarterback today that's determined to end that slide right now. It's not impossible, but this is a must-win for him and his team.
And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. The numbers for him from a week ago. And Charles, how do you think he ran the football?
I thought he definitely had his moments. I did think that they could have utilized him a little bit better, and I'm definitely going to keep an eye on him to see how they're going to use him this week.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he stopped immediately there. Eddie Jackson with a tackle. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 29-yard line. Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
And that is a situation where in a defender's mind, you just have to pick a point on the football field and think to yourself, I'm going to sprint full out and meet him at that point. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but he had to play diagnosed perfectly there.
And if you want the final metric on his top speed, brace yourself. Next-gen stats say that he hit an even 23 miles an hour. On first down, Swift. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. 2nd and 7. They'll run right here with Swift. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. Brings up 4th down. Solid coverage by the Bears D.
Tight defense there on 3rd down, but what a product of good coaching and even better execution because he realized he's in field goal range. No sense forcing anything, and he made sure he didn't.
And Gostkowski's kick is good. And the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
This is Jakeem Grant. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood. Defensively, they came into the game with the understanding they're going to have to slow him down on passes just like this because he was over 100 yards receiving a week ago. And you know they want to get him involved here as well.
Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big play that time through the air. 34 yards.
Redfern, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. A give to Montgomery out of the gun. Able to push his way through. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
A 6-yard
Looking to throw again on second down. Fields. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And the Lions are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. First down, and they go with Swift again. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll look to throw here. Going deep downfield for Ross. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And the Bears are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. So they try to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Fields. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On first down, it's Fields. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now. On 2nd and 10, Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And he takes it all the way down to 3. A huge play there for Chicago. For a tight end, he can definitely motor, and he shows off the wheels there after the catch as he's able to shake free.
And I think this is what the early proponents of the forward pass were thinking about. Get it to a receiver and have him do some work afterwards in order to create the big play we just saw there.
And according to the next-gen stats, he covered nearly 40 yards after the catch. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Touchdown! Cole Kmet, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bears have taken the lead. Solid response that time by a young quarterback. Last drive, interception. This drive, the touchdown pass.
I like how you described it, solid, because you don't get extra kudos for bouncing back if you're going to be a big-time quarterback. You're supposed to do that. But at the same time, when you're a rookie, That's not guaranteed, is it? Sometimes they hang their heads and they go in the tank a little bit. Not in this case. Bounced back, took his team downfield, and threw a touchdown pass.
Santos with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Returning it, John Ross. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Lions offense set to take over. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. They'll try and run here with Swift. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting third down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on third and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on third down.
Now it's Swift. Shedding the tackle. And he'll get this up to about the 40. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. They'll set up to throw. Pressure, and he's taken down. A big sack. Akeem Hicks with a big-time sack on third down. It's a loss of 7. I'll tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block him. They were on him in a hurry.
The NFC's Pro Bowl punter a year ago, Jack Fox, on to punt for the Lions. Back deep, Jakeem Grant. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Good coverage there. An even 50-yard punt leads to a return of 5. And the Bears take over. So here are the Bears to take over on offense. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Fields. They'll find Williams on the slant. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game, because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Third and 2, Fields. And he finds Montgomery complete. Fighting his way through contact. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
first down. Here's the run with Montgomery. Uses the stiff arm. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Montgomery. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Back to throw, Fields. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Fields on 1st down. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another 1st down. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. Now a 1st down throw, Fields. That's complete to Robinson. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Fields now to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bears. Cole Kmet with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Bears will add on to their lead. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And now here's Ross. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So here come the Lions now. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hawkinson. The Lions need to move. They're hustling to the line now. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Santos now to add the PAT. And it's 21-3. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Now Ross to return. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. The Lions now taking over late in this first half. as they'll take over with just under a minute left to play until the break. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. That catch good for only a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Being chased out left. Open man is Quintez Cephas. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Tebow's throw taken in by Hockenson here. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. This one taken in by Cephas. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. He'll get this off to Swift. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit, but first let's take a look around the NFL here on this first Sunday of October. We'll get started over at the Caesars Superdome in New Orleans. And it's the Saints who are out in front as that inches closer to halftime. Michael Thomas, a touchdown reception. From there, we head to Hard Rock Stadium to check on the Dolphins at home in Miami. And you can see there it's the visiting Colts who have the lead in that one. 2 touchdowns there for Jonathan Taylor. Now for a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Lions. And not much went right in those first 2 quarters. You can see the numbers on the ground there. Not a whole lot to write home about so far. Meanwhile, for the Bears, you get a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And whatever they've done, it's worked, as they have the lead through 2 quarters of play.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
2nd and 6. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. Runs through the contact, and he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 57 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's a handoff to Swift running left. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. On the handoff, this is Swift. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's a handoff to Swift. Swift is hit, and he coughs it up. And I think the Bears have recovered. They have. Not the trend he wanted to start the season with a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. And this will wind up a Lions first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run-blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
Now a carry for Swift. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. A handoff, Swift running to the left. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
0.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Swift. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Once again, it's Swift. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. The first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Oh, they go with a tight end carry. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Williams. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
This Bears defense trying to hold on. This is 3rd and goal. They'll run it with Williams. And this time he is in.
Yes.
Jamal Williams, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
Now Steven Gostkowski on for the extra point. It's up and good, and the lead is down now at 11. It's 21-10. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it was Jamal Williams who ended things with a touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. And now trotting back out with the rest of his offensive mates, the big tight end. And what can they do to better account for him? Because they haven't accounted for him well so far, as we see here on your screen.
They may have to draw up coverages they haven't run so far. They have to create something on the fly because he's beaten everything. And when you watch this game unfold, you keep thinking to yourself, is it 2 men, 3 men, maybe even a 4th guy may have to go and account for him. But right now, he's shredding the defense.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, over 100 yards. Now Fields. He's airing it out for Williams. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. It's Montgomery. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now at Soldier Field. 2nd and 11 now. It's Bears football here. They also have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. On 2nd and 11 now. Fields. That's complete to Mooney. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Montgomery. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. From the gun, here's Fields. This one swung out to Montgomery. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at 148-yard line and ended at the other. Fields. Eluding the pressure right. And Fields going to have the 1st down before sliding to a hole to avoid the contact. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the 1st with his legs. Defensively, That kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime you give up a first down, it hurts you psychologically, but it hurts more when they get it this way because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running and picks it up anyway, and now you have to stay on the field for an extra set of downs.
And really could have used that stop trailing here in the fourth. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. Williams brings it in. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. They'll look to make it 3 for 3 on 3rd down conversions. They need a yard here. Here's Fields. Escaping the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. To throw is Fields. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Here's Fields. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. His big Trey Flowers getting in there that time for the sack. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
And it appears that this was just a letdown from the offensive line, but they do have a tough job because if you're a big tackle out there on the perimeter, sometimes you don't have the agility to keep up with the defensive end who's looking to wreak havoc in the backfield, and he got there and put his man on the ground.
Now he's flushed, and he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Justin Fields taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Bears look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of the credit, being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
Santos with the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. That drive, a long one, spanning 15 plays. And it was all capped off by the Justin Fields touchdown run. He took it in himself. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Detroit's offense ready to take over. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He gets this complete to Cephas. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Tebow's throw there into the hands of Ross. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 32-yard line. And he's going to have the hook up to Ross. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. 2nd and 1. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. They're going to hurry back to the line now. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. And the Lions are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Back to throw again. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. DeAndre Swift, his first touchdown on the year. And the Lions have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Gostkowski for the point after. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now. So that drive goes 8 plays. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be taken in by the Bears, and it appears they're going to win this game. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. The Chicago offense set to get started. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. On 3rd down, they go Montgomery. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. And that's off the right upright, and it bounces away no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
So now the Lions down by 11. And time, a huge factor. A 4th straight defeat looming on the horizon, barring a comeback here as they've got it with a first down. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. And, Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf. They got that done in this one.
Exactly right. When you start a season, everyone's goal. Win all of your home games, split your road games, and you're likely going to be in the playoffs. But when you win at home, Boy, what a great feeling that is. You don't even mind if people are at your house when you get home after a win like that.
So for the Bears, it'll be a .500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings.